I believe that Eric Bieniemy is a good offensive coordinator, but should he have a job? I don't know about that. Now, listen, I'm all about affirmative action in certain instances for certain things. I'm all about being fair because I am an African American. But Eric Bieniemy, I've been watching Pat. Pat is a great quarterback. Same to you, Andy Reid. Both. This is for kind of both of you, but I'm mostly directed at Eric Bieniemy. Eric, why is y'all up by 21 points and you still calling plays and letting Mahomes run behind the line of scrimmage like he's Michael Vick? That's why I feel like I wouldn't give you a job. I want to see you make adjustments. I know you're going to come out in a high flying offense in the first half. I'm pretty sure that you're good at that. But what about adjustments? I didn't see any adjustments in the Super Bowl against Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It was a quick game type of game. You needed to get the ball quickly out to Tyreek Hill, Miko Hardman, some of these other guys, or even draft better or something. I know you might not be drafting the players, but to sitting around and trying to throw it deep every time, it makes you look really bad, bro. It makes you look like you can't make adjustments. I'm not in the interviews, but I'm not hiring you as my head coach until you can show me that you can come out with Pat Mahomes and he played like a game where he's only going to throw for 200 yards in that game and they win. You're not going to win every game throwing for 400 yards for 5 tubs. Bruh, that's why you're not getting hired, in my opinion. I'm not going to the black and white thing. I think this is going on in the NFL. But you're not the best offensive coordinator out there. You're not the best head coach candidate because you can't make adjustments. I said what I said. You're not making adjustments, bro. I think you can get a job. I want to next year going into the football season. I want to see Pat Mahomes play a different type of game. I want to see Pat Mahomes get the ball out quick. And then when it's time for him to get nasty, I want to see him be creative. But I don't want to see that in a 21-3 game. I don't want to see him running around and taking 15-yard sacks. That's the coach's fault. That's not Pat Mahomes. He's going to do what he does. I want to see y'all control him and say, no, Pat, this is a quick game. This is a game where you're not going to have a lot of yards. So, guys, I said what I said. Eric Bieniemy, this is the reason why I believe you're not getting a head coaching opportunity. Maybe the Saints hire you. Maybe they don't.
YouTube! What's good, guys? It's your boy TD, and I'm back again with another video from Fantasy Good Sports, guys. Today's video is going to be on Eric Bieniemy signed to the Washington Commanders as their offensive coordinator. Yes, guys, and he's also their assistant head coach. So, first of all, I want to say this. Guys, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. This is cutting-edge content. I'm proud of Eric because... guys, because I really antagonized him last year and the year before that about his offensive play calling and how he set up certain plays that I didn't like in the game that I thought was crazy. So I have to give him credit this year when they won the Super Bowl, because I'm not going to sit around and give Andy Reid the credit when they win and then go hard on Eric Bieniemy when they lose. That's not fair. So Eric Bieniemy, you had a great year. So guys, let me talk a little bit about Eric Bieniemy background to give you a little bit more essence towards this video. So guys, again, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. So guys, Eric Bieniemy played for the Buffaloes, Colorado. Just regular Colorado. I think he played with Cordell Stewart when they won the national championship. Really, really great team. Guys, he was an All-American. So I just want to let you know, Eric Bieniemy played the game at a high level in college. He also, guys, holds the record at Colorado as a running back with 42 touchdowns. And he also leads Colorado in rushing yards for total rushing yards with 3,940 rushing yards as a career. So that's pretty good for Buffalo. Guys, he played for Buffalo in 1987 up into 1990. And he also was a Heisman candidate. He finished like third in the Heisman. So that's pretty good for Eric Bieniemy. Guys, in his NFL career, he played for 3 teams. He played for the San Diego Chargers, which they are the Los Angeles Chargers right now. So he played for the San Diego Chargers. He played for the Cincinnati Bengals, and he also played for the Philadelphia Eagles. And so Eric also, guys, when he played, he got in a lot of trouble, especially with his driving license. And I'm not going to kill the man for that, but because I understand sometimes you going through a tough time, you can't afford to pay tickets or whatever you're going through. But Eric, like, that's old, bro. I know you evolved from it. You got your license. You have a family now. But guys, he got in a lot of trouble. So one of the biggest things I think that's been affecting him getting a head coaching job in the NFL is he had a harassing a female charge while he was at Colorado, where him and a couple guys, they pulled down their pants and peed in the woods in front of a woman that was like running on a trail or something. And I may be off a little bit with that, but the lady filed a complaint. And you know, now you don't want that type of negative thing on your, or watermark, I would call, on your head coach for a team, especially as an African American. Again, this is not about race, but I'm just telling you, as an African American man, you have to walk a straight arrow because people are gonna look for stuff, and people know that. That's why, you know, Mike Tomlin was a really good candidate. He didn't have anything like that, and that's why he got that job. I'm not saying he would have had it. He wouldn't have got the job if he had done made some mistakes in the past. But Eric Bieniemy had like a long list of going to jail and being charged with charges from bar fights, from harassing this female. So let's move forward, guys. Eric Bieniemy is going to be a great coach for the Washington Commanders as an offensive coordinator. And the reason why I believe it, guys, what makes him special is he can get guys out in space. Like Kadarius Toney, he can know how to scheme getting MVS, and he learned how to get Travis Kelce, which is an upper echelon player, but he even know how to get these guys open. So what he going to do for the Washington Commanders, he's going to show them how to scheme Terry McLaurin open. He's going to show them how to get Johan Dotson out in space. He's going to show them how to use Antonio Gibson at the right time and let him be who he is, not be some type of 25 carry, 30 carry guy per game. And that's what makes Eric Bieniemy special. So I'm going to break down 3 things that I think that Eric got better in, and also maybe one thing that I thought that I held him back from thinking he should be a head coach. And that's why this is the reason why he has to go to the Washington Commanders and prove himself. So I'm going to break these things down. So, guys, in 2021, which is not last year, but year before last year, they went to the AFC championship game against the Cincinnati Bengals, against Joe Burrow, and they was up 21-3. And right at halftime, they was up 21-3. They went for it with like 5 seconds on the clock with no timeouts, and they didn't even score. They didn't get a field goal. They didn't get no touchdown. That was like on a 1-yard line. And what I've heard through the grapevine by doing my research, that him and Eric Bieniemy had to be pulled apart. Pat Mahomes and Eric Bieniemy had to be pulled apart at halftime. They was cussing each other. And that's another reason why I don't think Eric got the a head coaching job in the NFL. Excuse me. So, Eric, you don't argue. You don't really go argue with Pat. Like, you chastise him as a head coach, but you don't argue with him like that. And I thought that was a bad decision that y'all made at halftime. I don't know who fault it was, but Eric, you just don't want to be known as a guy that'll cuss out your quarterback as an assistant, as an offensive coordinator. You don't want to be that guy. So him and Pat Mahomes got to arguing, and it was bad. They said Pat Mahomes called him out his name. He called Pat Mahomes out his name. I get the fiery from you, Eric, but that's just, bro. You know, you got to play chess, right? I get it. Pat might have been wrong. You might have asked him to do something. He didn't do what you said do, and you felt like he'd do it for Andy, and so you felt like you had to defend your manhood. I get it. I don't want to get into picking sides, but I feel like no matter what, you kind of just got to say, listen, okay, I'm going to talk to Andy and let Andy chastise him, because I'm not going to say anything to him because he's going to get upset and think I'm being crazy, or he came to me and disrespected me. Andy, you need to handle that. I'm not going to say anything. Or maybe just go ahead and let it ride out and keep it going and move on to the next play for the next going into third quarter. But this year in 2022 through the playoffs, Eric Bieniemy, you killed it. And now the regular season, you killed it. And I'm going to tell you some things that I think that helped. He wasn't so focused on getting Tyreek the ball. I think Eric was when he was focused on getting Tyreek Hill the ball, it held him back. And he couldn't just draw up plays. Like Indy was really good when he didn't have a number one wide receiver like in Philly. That was great drawing up plays. But when they had T.O., that was great. But you could see them trying to make sure that T.O. got the ball. And sometimes that can hinder people. That's the reason why Donovan McNabb and T.O. fell out, because they wasn't getting the ball to T.O. And same thing with Tyreek. That's why Tyreek left. He felt like he wasn't getting plays drawn up for him. But maybe it was just time for them to amicably to go their separate ways. Because I don't believe that was drawing up the right plays for Tyreek underneath. They was trying to look for him deep. So when I seen Tyreek leave, Eric Bieniemy looked great as an offensive coordinator. I said what I said. He looked great. It was better play calling. He was checking the ball down. And to me, some games are made to check the ball down. And I seen Pat Mahomes be able to play a series or two and check the ball down, and play a series or two and throw the ball deep, or just hyper target Travis Kelce, whatever was needed. That's what owners are looking for offensive coordinators, that you have different schemes at different times. So, last but not least, guys, I'm not going to hold you up on this video. When Pat Mahomes and Andy Reid endorsed him, that was a signal to me that they wanted Eric to go ahead and take a job this year, even if it was an offensive coordinator for whatever reason. So I got to give this guy credit, though, that even though he's taking an offensive coordinator job, I still think he did a good enough job to get a head coaching job. Zach Taylor wasn't that special to me. I think Eric Bieniemy is just as good as Zach Taylor. Zach Taylor just got a great quarterback like Joe Burrow. So I'm not going to sit here and try to kill Eric on this video. But hopefully, guys, I'm going to try to show you a video or break down a little 60-second clip of what I said about Eric Bieniemy in 2021. So, guys, with no further ado, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. Peace.